Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2026 or 7. The album, Dad, AF, Rock on Gold Dust. Oh wait. I said I was going to sing different songs in 2023, didn't I? I said I was going to sing a new canon, a new playlist of music. All right. Every rose has it. Oh, I've already sang that song, haven't I? Okay. I want to dance with... I sang that one too. Let's see. Let's try to come up with something I haven't sang before. Okay. I went to a party last... Oh... I sang that one 2022, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. Okay, listen, Linda, this is what we're going to do, okay? Because I'm having a hard time coming up with new songs to sing at the beginning of my videos. What I want you guys to do is put songs that you would like me to sing in the comment section below, and I will make a playlist. I will make notes in my notes app, and I will write down some of the songs that you guys mentioned, and those will be the songs that I start picking from going forward in 2023. That way, it can be like audience participation. For drama class, it'll be real fun, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm going to get into the drama of the drama video here in just a second, but the second thing I want to talk about is my day today, all right? Which, listen, Linda, okay? Do you ever wake up and your day doesn't necessarily go the way that you expect it to go? This is the part where people that don't know who Peter Monn is, and this is like their first video, they're like, what is he talking about? Why is he talking about this stuff? Just get to the drama. Okay, listen, all right? Like, this is kind of like the beginning of the Johnny Carson show or the David Letterman show or whatever late night show you ever watched back in the day, okay? This is kind of like the variety show part of it where you tell some funny ha-ha stories and whatever, okay? Now you get it. I'll get to the drama here in just a second, right? Timestamp it below for those of you that don't want to see it, okay? So anyway... I had a doctor's appointment this morning with my primary care physician. I woke up, I looked over at my little dog, Boo Rally. I was like, hi, Boo Rally, you want to go outside before I go to my doctor's appointment? So I go to my doctor's appointment. I think it's just not going to be much of anything today, right? It's going to be, you know, they're going to do some blood work, and he's going to, I don't know, tap on my knees and all that kind of stuff, right? I have a fantastic primary care physician. He's super nice, and he's very funny, and so I was like, this will be great, you know, not a whole lot, right? So I go in there, he does the, you know, the physical and the checkup and everything goes great. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking that we're getting ready to tie things up right before I go to have the phlebotomist. Do people grow up actually and say to themselves, I want to be a phlebotomist? That's like back in the day, I want to be a dentist on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I just think that word is so funny, phlebotomist. But I will say today, I had the most fantastic phlebotomist in the entire world, and she like got me the first time. I was like, you are so good. So anyway, I was like very, very happy with her. But anyway, so I'm sitting there in the chair, right? And I'm thinking that we're getting ready to go, and I'm like putting on my coat, and he goes, you know, you just passed 50 in June. And I go, uh-huh. And he said, so there are certain things that I recommend, you know, for people, especially men, when they turn 50. And I go, uh-huh. Like, and I'm like, I don't know why this didn't occur to me when I've had these conversations with friends of mine. But I'm just like sitting there like, I don't know that he's going to recommend I start buying lottery tickets or something, you know? And he goes, so would you like me to do the testicular exam and the prostate exam today? And I go, what? And he goes, would you rather that we do it today, or would you rather schedule it, you know, down the road that we do the testicular exam and the prostate exam? And I go, what? I wasn't prepared for that today. And he goes, well, we can schedule it, you know, like in a few weeks or whatever. And I go, okay, let's do that. So he was like, okay, we'll just schedule it in a few weeks, and you can come back in here for that exam. I was like, okay. He's like, it's very, very necessary to keep up with all that stuff. I was like, I totally 100% agree. Got to stay, you know, preventative with health and all that kind of stuff. So then he looks at me and he goes, okay, the other thing I have to recommend to you is, and I knew this because all of my friends are getting colonoscopies, okay? It's like you turn 50, and it's like, you know when you like, with 50 you get a free gift, and that free gift is a colonoscopy? Okay, so he goes, you know, you're at the age where I would also recommend that you either get a colonoscopy or we do this other procedure. And I go, oh, I didn't hear about this other procedure. What's the other procedure? And he goes, well, I can do this order, and it's a stool sample that you do at home. And I go, what? And he goes, basically what it is that they send you a box, and then you put the stool sample in the box, and then you send the stool sample back. And I go, okay, so let me get this right, okay? You can either, like, put me under and then go inside, or, okay, I poop in a box and you send it away, and he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, basically. I go, oh, we're pooping in a box all day long. He goes, well, I'm just going to tell you. He was like, you know, sometimes you have to also have a colonoscopy if the results are like 1 in 10 are like you have to follow up with a colonoscopy. I go, okay, well, I like those odds, so we're going to do that, and I'm going to poop in a box. By this point, my doctor is like dying laughing, right? I go, send me the box all day long. So, but anyway, that was not how my day was expected to go. I thought I was going to go in there for 15 minutes. My friend Tanya Jean was going to pick me up, and we were going to go and have biscuits and vegetarian gravy. But that was not how I went outside. I said, Tanya Jean, I said, I did not know that was how my appointment was going to go. You should feel so sorry for me. She goes, get in this car, and we're going to go have some biscuits and gravy. So we did, and we had a great time. But anyway, then I came home and I took a nap. I was so exhausted from all of that news of getting old. You know, you think you just get an AARP card, but that's not it, okay? No, you get to poop in a box and have somebody, like, I don't know, sticking their finger. It's a lot. It's a lot, just getting old stuff. I don't like it, you know? Okay, so I wanted to say that. The other thing is I want to address something from my video yesterday that I did about Thomas Halbert. So if you didn't watch my video yesterday, I did a video talking about how Thomas Halbert had come out and posted a bunch of tweets basically exposing her experience with Jeffree Star and the downfall of the beauty community, okay? In my video, I was not aware, truly, you guys, I was not aware, and I actually put a pinned apology and comment on my video yesterday. I was not aware that Thomas Halbert now goes by she, they pronouns. I was not aware of that, okay? So I want to get on video, and I want to apologize for that. That being said, I felt like my video was pretty fair. I felt like my video was my experience of what I had gone through as a drama channel at that time. I understand that Thomas was tweeting out what she had gone through at that time, but I was just sharing what my experience of what I had gone through at that time. Those are two completely different experiences, right? And I even said in there that Thomas had never been somebody that I had known that had lied and whatever, and a lot of people did not agree with me on that in the comment sections, but I felt like I was pretty nice and pretty fair to Thomas in my video, okay? So it was interesting because, hold on a second, let me get my reading glasses on. Thomas tweeted out, let me pull this up. First, Thomas tweeted out, Peter Monn can say whatever he wants about whatever. I still like that sassy gay man, LOL. And I'm like, oh, this is cute. Like, okay, so I haven't pissed off Thomas too bad, right? Okay, so I was like, I saw that. But then, several hours later, Thomas comes out and starts making these comments that she's obviously not very happy with me at all, okay? Okay, so then Thomas comes out later and she says, no one will ever make me say anything outside of my own time and volition. He and the rest, meaning myself, can be as mad as they want. The truth is what it is. Somebody can and will have to deal, but he's a lovely guy. When I met him, it was just none of his business. I don't remember asking Thomas at the time that we met, doing the collaboration video, anything about what had happened. I don't remember that. I remember just sitting down and doing this makeup video with her and, you know, asking her about her career on YouTube and things like that. I don't really remember. I remember, you know, that Thomas had this, like, assistant, the creative director that was working with her and that was coming up with all these ideas, and they were kind of, like, sharing these ideas with us. And I was like, oh, those are good ideas and this is a good idea. And Thomas kept on saying that she was canceled. She was canceled. Doesn't matter because I'm canceled. And I was like, Thomas, don't say that about yourself. I was very encouraging of Thomas at that time. And, you know, and like she said, I really enjoyed meeting Thomas, you know? So, I don't really know where the next part comes from. But, okay, so then I saw this comment on my video, and somebody said, I really don't get Thomas's response to this video. They were like, oh, I like Peter. Then, like, an hour later, does a complete 180 and goes off on how little Peter matters and calls him a freak. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And then somebody responds to this and says, I'm glad I'm not the only one confused about that. I like Peter, then goes on to literally call Peter a terrible person. It makes their comparison of Peter and Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde a little ironic, right? Which is true, and I'm very confused about this. Thomas then goes on to say, Peter Monn, your feelings, opinions, and thoughts and prayers on something that never involved you will never matter. You are as meaningful as sand to me and my past. I'm not interested in discussing your feelings in make-believe land. Lastly, stay out of this trans girl's business. That's all I got for that freak. The end. And I was like, okay, I'm so confused as to what just happened over the last hour. Like, did you watch my video and you got something else out of it? In the time between the first, when you like this sassy old gay man and now you call me a freak and you don't like me and whatever. And anyway, so I was very confused about that as well. I was just sharing my experience of what had happened at that time. You know, I think it's a really pertinent time when we talk about the beauty community. And so, you know, Thomas had come out and shared her truth. And so I came out and I shared my truth of what had happened at that time. And it was just two people's different, their opinions, a perspective of truth. So anyway, all right, let's get into the drama of Shane and Ryland having gotten married, okay? Y'all, listen now. I did this bingo card, and I did it because I've gotten so many requests from people to do this bingo card 2023 bingo card and predictions. I did this predictions video. I think it was like 2018 going into 2019 or something like that. I did this predictions video, and a lot of the predictions came true, okay? And I just kind of pulled things out of the air like when I did that video and just like things I really was like thinking about. I was like, oh, this could happen or maybe this will happen or whatever. So I did the same thing this time. I literally sat right over there and I just was like, okay, what do I think is going to happen in 2023? And I started writing it down. I had no idea. Y'all, listen, okay? Bingo assignment, cover all. Because it's like everything is going to be covered in the month of January. I mean, I can't believe this. It's like, here it is, James Charles, you know, getting a new boy, trying to get a new boyfriend. Here it is, Shane and Ryland get married. That's my first bingo, like, little thing there, whatever, okay? Down there, someone in the beauty community does the tell-all. Just talked about that yesterday with Thomas. You know, it's so interesting on here when I look at this bingo card. I'm like, what's going to happen next? So anyway, yes, Shane Dawson and Ryland are married. Congratulations. They got married on January 3rd. I was sitting there watching the video and I was like, now, what was I doing on January 3rd? Oh, I was getting a massage that day in Mexico. I was like, well, they were at the city county building getting married. I was up getting a massage that day. So anyway, Shane Dawson and Ryland are married. They put out a video. Hold on a second. The video is called We're Married. And they posted it on Ryland's Vlogs video. And, you know, I know people are going to be like, well, Peter, drag them. I don't have anything to drag them for. They got married. I mean, I don't know what to say. Congratulations. I'm very happy for them. You know, I had actually this video, which I'm not going to do now. But it was a video where I was kind of like piecing together things that Shane was putting out there in the world. Because towards the end of 2022, Shane was getting a lot of criticism for a couple things. One, how he talks to Ryland, like, on video, and people were saying that he talks to Ryland in kind of a cruel way. Also, like, his sexual innuendos that he makes towards Chris, the videographer. That was another thing that he was getting a lot of criticism for. And so people were like, are they ever going to get married? Like, what's going on? People were really speculating about this relationship. You know, they had, like, clipped pieces apart where Ryland had said, we've been together this period of time, and Shane won't marry me. We've been together this period of time, and Shane won't marry me. And so people were like, what's going on with this relationship? They're, you know, and like Ryland even came out and said it's just not big on our priority list, which I do want to say this. I do think it's interesting that Ryland literally like a month ago came out and said it's not big on our priority list, and then they get married a month later. When apparently at that time they were supposedly planning their wedding. So I think it's interesting that happened. But then what happened was Shane started putting all of this stuff kind of out into the universe. He started putting, like, on his Snapchat, these text messages from years ago. Now, if you watch the video, We're Married, what you know is that Shane had gone through Ryland's phone. Okay, they talk, it's kind of this funny piece where they talk about, like, Shane invading Ryland's privacy because he was going through his phone with the intention of trying to find things in there to, like, read in his vows and stuff like that. I mean, really, the intention was cute. So that was what he posted, were these things that he had found from, like, years ago. But at that time, not knowing that they were getting married or any of that kind of stuff, it really seemed like Shane was trying to prove this point to the world that he was really in love with Ryland. And that was kind of what my video was going to be about. Like, what was Shane doing with all of this kind of like evidence that he was like putting out there and all this kind of stuff. So, like I said, the video gets posted. It hasn't been up for very long. I think it's 2 hours ago. And I start getting bombarded, okay, with text messages and DMs from people saying, Shane and Ryland are married. Shane and Ryland are married. So I get up and I pull myself together and feed little Boo Radley some dinner. And then I went out and I started watching this video. And I have to tell you, I think it's a very sweet video. Congratulations to Ryland and Shane. I'm glad that they're finally married and they seem very much in love. And Ryland seems very, very happy. Shane seems, I will say in this video, the most in love I've ever seen with Ryland in any interaction. And they both seem very, very excited to get married and things like that. You know, and it kind of, I have to tell you, it really reminded me a lot of my husband and I, because my husband and I, our wedding was in Las Vegas, Nevada, but at that time that we got married, we had a ceremony, but at that time, legal marriage in the United States for same-sex couples, it wasn't legal. So we actually got married later, and we went to the city county building, and we have the pictures of, us standing. Like, they officiated the wedding. You could, pay, an extra $10 or something for them to officiate the wedding there, and Alex was like, do you want to get it done? I was like, yeah, sure. So, our first wedding, we were, in suits and all that, and people have probably seen those pictures up on the Instagram. But our second wedding, we're, in shorts and polos, and I remember right after that, we went to dinner at my, I remember we went to Daddy Jack's, and we went to dinner with my aunt and uncle for our birthdays. And because we got married, I think, my Alex always remembers the date. I remember the date, obviously, of our wedding anniversary. It was August 25th, but I can never remember the date. I think it was June 21st of 2014 is our legal marriage date. So when they're going down there to the city county building, it's very sweet to me, and they're filming the whole thing and whatever, and it's really cute. And you can see how excited they are and all that kind of stuff. And then they take a picture in front of the building afterwards, and they talk at the beginning of the video about how they were planning their wedding out and that they're going to have a ceremony afterwards. They're going to California for a few months. I haven't kept up with Shane and Ryland, so I don't know why they're going to California for a few months. But they're taking all the animals. They're going to California for a few months. And so somebody had told them to get married in Colorado before they go back to California to live for a few months. I don't know. I was kind of wondering if that was because, there's always those people out there that are keeping up with all this kind of stuff, and they were like, okay, it would be easier to maybe find in Los Angeles County than it would to be. I don't know. That's maybe why they decided to get married in Colorado, because I don't know why it would really be that much of a difference unless the wait would be longer or something like that. But anyway, so they were talking about this plan for this wedding. They're going to do it in their backyard and have Las Vegas casino games and carnival games and all this kind of stuff. So they do all that. They show that, and they go to get married, and then they're FaceTiming the family, Ryland's family, and all that kind of stuff. And they, show all that, and it's real sweet. It's real cute. And then they go say goodbye to the alpacas, and then Shane says goodbye to every room in the house, which is something, honestly, that I do when I leave. I'm always goodbye hotel room, goodbye this. So it was kind of funny. I didn't know that he did that. But anyway, I do have to say this about those alpacas. Those alpacas are cute. They really are cute. I mean, we don't have the place for an alpaca, but listen, I might want to get me a miniature alpaca, though, or something like that. Can you rescue miniature alpacas? Oh my God, because they are really cute, with all that curly little hair and stuff. But anyway, and then it just shows them getting ready to go back to California, and that's it. So it's a real sweet video. Oh, I will say this. There's this montage at the end of it. Shane references this part that he found in Ryland's phone on a note app that was Ryland had written down that all he really ever wanted was love, and that and it was from 2015 or 19 or I don't know when, but that all he ever really wanted was to find somebody to love and all this kind of stuff. At the end of the video, Ryland sits down and he reads this, and as he's reading it, they show a montage of a video. I have to tell you guys, Y'all know I'm not big fans of Shane and Ryland, but I almost kind of started crying a little bit. It was like really emotionally moving. It really was. And honestly, this is where I say like, this is the kind of stuff that I think if like Ryland did more of these kind of videos, like I think he's great at this stuff. It's the funny haha. I don't care for that. I don't care for Shane's sense of humor. It's whatever. Even like Shane in this video, it was like the more serious moments with Shane were the ones that I really enjoyed. Where, you know, he's in the city county building. You can tell like that Ryland is like really excited about this and he's excited about it with Ryland. You know, those are the moments that I really enjoy seeing between them. I don't care about the, you know, like Shane making funny faces and inappropriate jokes. Like, that's not funny to me. So I thought the video was very endearing, and it shows them going on their anniversary to Cabo San Lucas, and, you know, it shows the proposal and all this kind of stuff. It was really sweet. It was very well done. So, yeah, so that's it. So they're engaged. Or no, they're not engaged. Oh, this was one thing I do want to say that was interesting. Ryland said towards the end of the video, before they showed the montage clip, he said he never really liked to use the word fiance. And I think this is interesting with all the people that criticize them for going back and forth between fiance and boyfriend, like myself. Like, I questioned time and time again why they didn't use the word fiance, right? He said he never really liked the word fiance. I think it was Ryland that said, I think Ryland said it and then Shane kind of like agreed with it. But then they said that they really liked the word husband, and then they were joking about using the word husband. And it was like another sweet moment in the video. So they're married, happily married, and that's that. And they did talk a lot in the video. It was like sprinkled throughout, but they talked about Miss Surrogate and getting pregnant is how they, you know, talked about it in the video and all this kind of stuff. So they're married, and I can now, hold on a second, I can cross that one off on my bingo card. Look at me. I'm going to be the big winner at bingo this week. I can't wait. I didn't even have my troll doll or anything. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.